The same routine as the night before. My girlfriend got the girls ready for bed. They lined up and gave me a hug. They smelled like kids now, powdered sugar and belly lint, and it made me tender towards them. They scrambled into their bedroom, and it wasn't long before they were asleep. I rocked the little boy against my chest until his head lolled to the side, and I transferred him to one of the sofas. He twitched like his foot was keeping a kick drum time to his own heartbeat. His dreams I could not imagine. My girlfriend and I sat on the floor and watched the oldest do his thing with the video game, finding no weapon, eventually giving in to his inevitable and quick death. He wanted, I now understood, to be stronger than anything evil, but he never would. Eventually, my girlfriend yawned and retired to the bathtub. I kissed her and continued to watch the oldest kid nervously scroll through the weapons for the millionth time. An arc welder, a Molotov cocktail, a Bowie knife. It would never end. He eventually chose the Bowie knife and tried to hack a zombie, but it got the jump on him and it was game over. Fuck, he finally said. This looks like a hard board, I said without conviction. No, duh, he responded. It's the hardest board in all video games. I got the cheat code off the internet just to get here. I used some of my own money to buy all the weapons that don't even come with the game. I've done all the shit I'm supposed to, and I just keep getting ass killed like some chump. Nobody on the message boards will even talk about this. What are you supposed to do, I asked. Not get killed. That's it, I asked. I guess so. It made sense enough to me. Surrounded by death and decay and no hope of anything getting better, all you could hope for was not to fall into the same fate. Just run, I finally said. Yeah, okay, he said, making a wanking motion with his free hand. No, I'm serious, I said. Don't fight them, just run as fast as you can. He considered this, wondered if he was being mocked. I do have some boots somewhere in this game that make me run really fast. Use them, just run and don't stop running. He got the boots from the inventory. He restarted the game. Before the zombie dropped out of the tree, he was already digging into the earth and pushing himself forward. The zombie fell out of the frame. Shit, the kid said, alive for as long as he'd ever been alive. Fucking shit. Keep running, I said. On the little map in the upper left-hand corner, I could see a swarm of red dots forming behind him. They moved not quickly, but with singular purpose. I'm running, he said. He ran and ran and ran, and the territory evaporated under his feet. He jumped over any non-living impediment. Anytime his route was cut off, he changed directions and kept running. He ran and scorched the earth behind him until finally, nearly an hour later, there was nothing left. Fucking shit, he said, looking over at me. The game suddenly shut down and the screen had returned to the title. I beat that shit, he said. I offered him my extended hand for a high five, but he just smirked and shook his head. He restarted the game and went back into his inventory. I knew what was coming. Even when you've smashed through the people who want to mess you up, you still want to keep tabs on the things that might keep you safe. I stood up, my bones popping. Good night, I said, and he nodded, his eyes that blue glaze of reflected screens. I walked into the bathroom and knelt over the tub. My girlfriend was asleep, but just barely. It was easy enough to bring her back to me. It'll be fine tomorrow, she said, still half asleep. Not for them, I said. No, I guess not, she replied. After a few moments of silence, she said, I asked my sister, and she said that they had never finished the paperwork for custody. So what does that mean? The kids don't go to me. They go somewhere, and I guess it could maybe be me, but it's not the law. She adjusted her body, pulling tighter into herself, and I kicked off my shoes and squeezed into what was left of the tub. We were jammed into each other, sharing a foxhole, and we held each other tight against the constant presence of unhappiness that infiltrated the air around us. We would tear out our fingernails, digging our way to something good. The world would try to fuck us, and we would stab it with whatever weapon was available to us. We would make every object a weapon that would protect us from anything that tried to convince us that we would not live forever in happiness. Thanks.